Today's world is surrounded with and fueled by technology. It affects how we communicate, entertain ourselves, and even learn. This is truly the digital age. So why do so few of us know how computers work? I want to share with you today the benefits of learning how to program. By the end of this speech, I believe you will be motivated to learn code for yourself. First of all, what even is programming? It is telling a computer how to launch a task you want to complete. That's it. It's really very simple. The challenge comes when we don't understand how to communicate to a computer what we want it to do. This is where coding comes in. We must code to understand computers and their role in the world. There's a huge misconception about computers. I think that it is a field only genius mathematicians or scientists can. The truth is that computers are simple tools that will do exactly what we tell them to. All we have to do is learn how to communicate with a computer. To code is to communicate with a computer. We write a set of instructions in a language the computer can understand and follow. Such languages include C++, Java, C#, Ruby, and Python, just to name a few. Each of these have similar differences. Don't be intimidated by this list. Many of the languages provide most of the tools that you need to make effective programs. Computers don't have to be frustrating. We don't have to ask why an error appears or what to do when a program doesn't exactly do what we want it to. Learning code solves all of our computer problems and frustrations. Once you understand the steps a computer takes to do a task and the logic that it follows, it is easy to correct those simple problems that tend to annoy us or prevent us from accomplishing what we set out to do. Another important point to make here is that according to code.org, over the next 10 years, there will be 1.4 million jobs in programming, and only about 400,000 of graduates will qualify for those jobs. As you can see, there's a great need for this skill set in the real world. And programming can make life easier by automating our lives. One of the very first computers was the Electronic Numerical Integrator Analyzer and Computer, or ENAIC. It was created to do ballistics calculations for the US military during World War II. It could solve a problem that took a team of humans 12 hours to do in 30 seconds. Ever since its beginnings, computers have had a purpose to make us humans work faster and help us to be more efficient. Many applications written for computers today enable a person to do something more easily than they could regularly do. Imagine researching a topic without the internet. Imagine doing your taxes. These are some simple tasks that have been simplified due to computers and computer programming. We can use programming to accomplish tasks and solve problems that are more specific to us as well. In a blog post by Philip Guile titled "Why Scientists and Engineers Must Learn Programming," an example of an oceanographer is used that illustrates how one benefits from having a set of coding skills. He uses his skills to write programs that clean up, transform, process, and extract insights from data that he collected out in the field. That leads me to my next point. Excuse me. This is a perfect example of how coding can be used by a non-computer focused career. How many of your individual tasks could be taken care of by a simple computer program? And how much time would that save you? The benefits that come from understanding code and computer logic are not limited only to the computer field. There are many applications of this logic out in the real world. The steps taken to learn to code and the process behind writing code teach you skills that you can use in any career field. One such example is problem-solving skills. Have you ever been intimidated by a daunting puzzle or math problem? Do tasks ever seem too much to handle? The skills you learn by coding will help you understand complex problems, break them down, and then come up with creative solutions. Gabe Newell, creator of the famous software and video game company Valve, had this to say about coding. Coding is more about breaking down problems than it is about coming up with complicated algorithms. Another important skill that we gain from learning to code is teamwork and collaborative skills. In the short film named Code Stars by Code.org, we learn that the magic of today's programs come from not the work of a single genius, but the teamwork and collaboration of teams of smart people that work together to make something amazing. This is true in the classroom as well. As a computer information technology major, I learned how to code better by working closely with my classmates, and that experience of working with other people is most of the time mandatory for success in the class. As you can see, there are many different reasons for us to learn to code. We can learn it so that we may better understand the world of computers and technology. We can learn it to automate our lives and save time, or we can learn it simply for the skills that we gain from it that will benefit our non-computer pursuits. I invite you to go online and visit a free code learning website such as codeacademy.com or treehouse.com, which is a pay-for learning option that provides more functionality and tools for learning. Ultimately, you will never regret learning to code, and I promise you that. Thank you.